Continuing on with our Return to Pre-Season Sports Safely series. Now, one of the common injuries we see during pre-season is that of medial shin stress or shin splints. Now, what causes this is generally a spike in load that we see in pre-season training combined with the firm hard surfaces that we encounter during the summer months. Some hints and tips that we can give you to try and avoid this injury. One is ensure a consistent running surface. Now, this could mean that you're used to running on grass, let's stick to grass. If you're doing some track work on an athletics track, let's stick to the athletics track. It's the change in surfaces that can produce the shock on the body and overload certain tissues. Number two, think about the type of running patterns you're doing. So if we go for a straight line run at a consistent speed, we know that that is going to magnify the load into that inside of the shin. Rather, if we start to think about changing our running to do some arc runs or some weave, getting some cutting offline, do some change of speed running, this can help to redistribute the load throughout the leg and not magnify it into that inside shin. Remember where you've been. So if in lockdown you haven't done any running at all, you need to start your running program really slowly. If you've been running good volumes but you haven't done high intensity movements such as sprinting or jumping, then we need to transition into these movement patterns nice and gradually also. And the last tip is to strengthen the absorbers. So our muscular system absorbs a lot of the ground reaction force that we undergo during running, jumping and sprinting. So I'll give you some exercises in the next section that can focus on eccentric strength and control, which are the primary muscle actions involved in decelerating ground reaction forces. So the tib post muscle that attaches deep in the calf and controls pronation and supports the inner shin, so protects us against shin splints. I've got my band under my opposite foot, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into inversion. I should see my tib post pop up, and then I'm going to slowly control that muscle eccentrically as it's functional. So some anti-pronation work. So as bands around my midfoot, as I slowly let my arch flatten, I have to control against the band. So eccentric. Increase the moment arm on the calf, tib post and foot intrinsics by doing some calf eccentric rollers over the edge of the step. So to progressively overload our absorption system, we need to add some load and focus on some eccentrics with load. So a split where we are holding the weight, split stance, slowly lowering, keeping good arch, down, use the other leg to come up. Focusing on the down phase, nice and slow, and come up. To progress that, we can get our front foot with the heel off and complete the same exercise, challenging the calf and tib post a bit more.